All right. Okay. I want to thank you guys for coming to this meeting today. As the mayor said. Anyway, uh, I'm here to conduct a series of paranormal confession videos. Guess you can say confession because it's like stuff that you don't really want to talk about to your friends or nothing like that. Or stuff like that. But I wanted to do this because I have been going through so much of this for so many years, growing up as a kid and as a man today. Um, I've had a lot of experiences, a lot, So I figure this is a good place to start when it comes to telling your story. Okay, I'm pretty sure there's been a lot of you out there too that has had paranormal experiences, whether it be UFOs, close encounters, or just ghosts, or whatever. Um, my uh, experience with the paranormal has transcended through, you know, a lot of years of my life, and has permeated uh, to the future, well, to the present, basically. Um, there was one experience that I had. I was living in Virginia at the time. I think I was still in high school. I might have graduated by that point. I was living. We were living in an apartment complex in Reston, Virginia. There was an experience where, well, this is how it all started. Um, but first, I want to set up everything. The apartment complex we lived in, it had a series of stairways, and the acoustics in those stairways and the breezeway were very, very acoustic. I mean, you could hear everything. I mean, it just bouncing off the wall. Okay, so you can hear people running upstairs, running downstairs, closing their doors, running out into the street. You can hear all that. Um, but the experience I had did not happen that way, and I didn't hear anything. It's late at night. It's probably like maybe 2, maybe 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm in my mom's room watching TV. I felt a lot safer in there. Um, so I'm minding my own business. I'm watching TV. All of a sudden, the doorbell rings at 2 o'clock in the morning. Now, mind you, I'm like what 17, 18 years old. I wasn't expecting nobody, and there was no female coming over for whatever. Um, at least not to my knowledge, anyway. But I wasn't expecting anyone, so I was proceeding to walk to the door, and of course, the smart thing to do is to look through the peephole, which is exactly what I did. Didn't see anybody. I thought maybe it was a kid. They were probably too short. But I opened up the door with the chain lock on the door, and there was no one there. Now, at the time, I didn't experience anything like black-eyed children, uh, the the Men in Black, none of that stuff. Okay, but nobody was there. So, but whatever was outside that door got inside the door because I had kept having all these paranormal experiences at that point. Seeing these little like yellow and golden streaks shooting across the room. There was a picture that we took of me during my graduation when I graduated high school. There was these little like streaky loops that appeared on the photo. Now I know that there's a lot of talk where they say you can Photoshop that and all this stuff. These photos had these light streaks that was behind my head and in front of my head. There was no way any of that could have been, you uh, doctored. At that point, I'm letting you know right here, right now. And I have a sneaky suspicion that my aunt was there with us because she was there when my cousin graduated, her daughter, and she was there when I graduated. You know, because I'm pretty sure she would have been there if she was still alive at that point. She died when I was real young. I was probably 13 at the time. Um, but then there was another experience where I was actually Uh, yeah, wow. I was in the kitchen and I think I dropped a spoon or a fork or maybe a butter knife on the floor, and I bent down to pick it up because it kind of fell up underneath the table. I bent down and this brush of cold, frigid air hit me like in my upper torso and in my face. Just, I was like, wow. So I got back up and I was like, that was weird. So I bent back down again, and this same rush of cold, frigid air slammed into me again. So I was like, okay, now I'm getting creeped out because it happened twice, like as if someone was trying to enter my body or something like that. And furthermore, what were they doing underneath the table? you know? So I was like, at that point, maybe maybe a couple of minutes into it, I started to feel kind of weird, like as if I wasn't myself. But I could feel being myself, but at the same time, I felt like somebody else was there. Okay, and that's when I started getting all these pictures in my head. They were flooding my brain of a woman named Janice. She was had to have been middle age. Um, yeah, probably like maybe her mid to late 30s, early 40s. She was very beautiful, very beautiful. She's very thick too, very thick and shapely. She had some nice shapely hips, thighs, legs. She had a golden tan, had a full face, very long, streaky, dirty blonde hair, had on an olive green shirt and a some tight fitted blue jeans and some flats. She had on flats. Um, and she had a boyfriend too, a real skinny looking dude, black hair, real tall, slim, had on a black t-shirt with some white shorts. We called them high water shorts back in the day. But excuse me. I remember seeing a picture in my head of them riding their bikes along the trail in the back of the complex. There was a trail back then. And it was also a golf course too, very big golf course. Excuse me. So after all these pictures was flooding my brain at that point, I got this feeling that came over me where I just wanted to walk I wanted to see a sunset, and I started to realize that I was walking like her, and my mannerism, my body language was just like hers. And then I walked into my bedroom, and in my bedroom I had a big old window, a huge window. Um, it was like a slide door window, with a screen. I had a pretty amazing room. It was fairly big, and I loved the place. Virginia was very cool, but anyway, I proceeded to walk to the window, and I just started looking at the sunset. And it was a beautiful sunset. I never really was into the whole sunset thing, but that moment, it was a beautiful sunset. I couldn't see the sun as it set, but the light of the sun, the glare of it off the evening sky was orange and purple, real pretty colors. You could see the shimmering light of the sunlight just bouncing off the evening sky, and you could see the sun setting. And after that, I actually started to cry, or tear up, or whatever. Um, from what I gathered from all of this is that she has seen a sunset in a long time, or she missed seeing a sunset. So I helped her see that sunset, because I wouldn't even call it being possessed by this woman. I'd call it being used as a vessel to experience the idea of seeing a sunset. I would think if she's in heaven, she could see a sunset anytime she wanted to, but I guess it was the fact of seeing the sunset on earth that did it, because I think I helped her move on, because I haven't heard anything from her since then. This was way back in like 90, I'd say about maybe 95, 96. Well, I graduated in 93, so it might have been probably anywhere between 94 and 95, like maybe mid 95, I'm not sure. But anyway, um, like I said, that was a very I won't even say traumatic, but it was a very, very strong experience for me because that has never happened to me before. Um, I that was probably one of the biggest experiences I ever had. You know, since I've been experiencing paranormal activity. Um, I mean, what I experienced is nothing like the movie. Okay, there was some pretty good movies. I mean, I liked them, but it's nothing compared to the real thing. I guarantee you that. If you see paranormal activity in the theaters, okay, that is a misrepresentation of what actually happens. I'm not saying there's no such thing as poltergeist activity, but the level of poltergeist activity, I don't think it gets that strong. It may, I'm not sure. I've never experienced it. I'm glad that I haven't, or hopefully never will. But there is a level to the experience that you have. Okay, some of it may be small. You may hear voices or people talking, somewhere in the house, but you can't figure out where it's coming from. You may hear a voice pop up out of nowhere. But all I can say is this: if you've had an experience, don't be afraid to talk about it. Seriously, because this is my first time actually doing this on YouTube, but everybody can see it. Some of my friends might even see this. But if you are one that has had these experiences, drop me a comment and let me know what your experience was. Or upload a video where I can see it. I definitely want to check it out. Like I said, I would hope to start something that could be useful for people who have had these experiences that don't really want to talk about it. I mean, YouTube is just flooded with paranormal experiences that they have on tape, and some of them may be fake, some of them are real. Of course, I know the difference between the real ones and the fake ones, and some of these videos are very accountable. And the stuff that I've seen is, I won't even say frightening, but they are very intriguing. Because compared to what I've seen in the past and what I see now, is nothing short of amazing. Because we're talking about people who used to be human, who used to be alive, and they haunt areas that they either can't get away from, or they may be stuck here. They may be just don't want to go to heaven right away. I'm not sure. I mean, I'll never know this until after that day when I pass away. And I hope to live a full life before then. Not saying that I'm not, but I'm just saying. Uh, but yeah, if you have had these type of experiences, like I said, send me a comment down there. I would love to read it. I would definitely read it. And if you got some videos, a video confession that you want to put out there, then I'll definitely check it out. And I'll definitely like it and save it in my my little cabinet of videos. um, but anyway, like I said, it's getting late, and I have more stories to tell. Believe you me, and these are my accounts, nobody else's. I can guarantee you that they are 100% true, 100% real. Okay, I don't have any videos to show, but I know they say actions speak louder than words, but words are just as strong as anything else. I can guarantee you that, because I can tell you personally, I'm not lying. Okay, I have experienced these things. I experience them now. I mean, I experience these things in places that you would never imagine, in public, where I just hear a voice out of nowhere, saying, "Excuse me, hello." I'm like, "What the heck?" And I look around. I can't see who it is, but I can hear you. And it's almost like they're trying to get your attention, or they need your help, or something like that. But if you have had these experiences, put it out there. Don't be afraid. Okay, I'm not afraid. I've been living with this stuff all my life, and I'm just now saying something about it. I'm 38 years old. I'm still young. But these are experiences that I've had. I mean, I've had UFO experiences too. So, um, I hope you enjoyed the video of my confession here about my experiences with the paranormal. I wish I did have some video to show, but like I said, words are just as good. If you want to hear what I got to say, look at the video, and if you like it, I would appreciate if you did like the video, and send me a comment. If you got some knuckleheads out there that want to talk bad about saying he was probably smoking or drinking, Number one, I don't smoke. Number two, I drink, but I don't drink like that. I'll drink on occasion. I got a bottle of Budweiser in my refrigerator right now, but a bottle, not a bunch of bottles. I'm not a heavy drinker. I don't really like that, you know. But anyway, I gotta go. I will be joining you guys soon on YouTube with some more talk about the stuff that I have experienced in the past and in the present. So I just want to say aloha, mahalo, and ahuiho. If you watch the other video, you know what that means, but I'll tell you anyway. Aloha, of course, in Hawaiian means hello and goodbye. They don't have a word in their language that means goodbye, so, you know. And then mahalo is thank you, so mahalo for looking at this video and checking it out and hopefully putting in a comment. And ahuiho means I will see you soon. All right? Peace.